Welcome to your 3-minute government contractor playbook, where we're going to cut through the noise and give you the government contracting news that you can use to compete, win, and grow. So let's dive in. All right, listen up. The federal government just dropped its FY 2025 small business contracting data, and the numbers are insane. We're talking $430 billion in small business prime contracts already on the books. That's not chump change. That's entire state budgets worth of opportunity. And if you're not paying attention, you're leaving money on the table. And in terms of paying attention, let's talk geography. Virginia, absolute beast. $72.5 billion alone. That's nearly 17% of the national total. Right behind them, Texas, California, Connecticut, Maryland, and obviously DC. Now, this is a catch. These numbers are based on place of performance, meaning where the work is done, not where the contractor is headquartered. So what's the translation? Just because your office is in Ohio doesn't mean you can't win big in Virginia. But there is a trend line. Federal small business awards have exploded from about $154 billion in FY 2021 to over $183 billion in FY 2024. Small businesses are now snagging 28% of eligible prime dollars. And remember, the statutory goal was 23%. So agencies aren't just meeting it, overall, they're crushing it. That means Uncle Sam is deliberately funneling more work to small businesses, especially in high demand NAICS codes. Speaking of NAICS, let's get into where the rocket fuel is. There's a couple different NAICS that, based upon their CAGRs, have grown significantly. First off is 511210, software publishers, 25% CAGR. 562910, environmental remediation, 22% CAGR. 541715, R&D and sciences, 20% CAGR. 236220, this is in construction, 18% CAGR. 541512, IT systems design, this is a 17% CAGR. If your business touches any of those codes, congrats, you're sitting on a gold mine. But before we get too excited, the set-aside landscape just got a shakeup. And here's the new scorecard for 2025. Overall, good news for small businesses is that the goal for contracting dollars to small businesses went up from 23% in 2024 to 25%. For veterans, guess what? If you're a service-disabled veteran-owned small business, you went from 3% to 5%. It's a big win. Woman-owned businesses stayed steady at 5%. HUBZone certified companies stayed steady at 3%. But here's where it gets very interesting for some companies. So when we talk about 8A companies, they took a brutal cut. They went from a 15% goal only last year down to the statutory 5% goal this year. So depending on your certification, you're either in for a windfall or you're fighting for a much smaller pie. And that's your 3-minute briefing. These aren't just headlines, they're action signals. So if you want to talk strategy, if you need help winning opportunities, reach out to us at Squared Compass. We help businesses grow and win in government markets. Remember, please like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss your next competitive edge. See you next time.